God loves you. Have you ever heard that talk from a Jew? I have not. I only hear Christians talk that way. God loves you, brother. He has a plan for your life. Never hear Jews talk that way. If a Jew started speaking that way, we'd all send him for psychological help. No, Dennis Prager's like, yes, yes, Manny, God loves us, and the psychologist will be here soon. So why don't Jews talk this way? Because the Torah has a lot of love in it. It tells us that God loves Israel. We are commanded to love God. We're commanded to love our neighbor as ourselves. We're commanded to love the stranger and widows and orphans. So I wonder why Jews don't talk this way, Christians do. I wonder if it's because Christians do talk this way, Jews kind of bend over backwards to go a different way. So, Jews living in Christian lands hear so much of this Christian talk of faith, love, charity. They just never want to talk this way. The more pragmatic, concrete, practical Jewish mind is repelled by this Hellenic, airy-fairy talk that's taken over Christianity. So perhaps when the Goyim lead to extremes, the Jew needs to go to the extreme, the opposite direction. So Christians talk about, this is what God has done in my life. Jews never talk this way. Kind of like with the microphone. The primary reason that Orthodox shuls will never use a microphone on the Sabbath is because non-Orthodox shuls use a microphone on the Sabbath. So Orthodox shuls want to distinguish themselves from non-Orthodox synagogues. I wonder if Jews in Muslim countries were more likely to tell each other, God loves you, or to tell their kids when tucking them into bed at night, God loves you. Somehow I still doubt it. So I don't think it's just a reaction to Christianity. So according to the Rab, J.B. Soloveitchik, the concept of loving kindness is at the center of the Torah. The creation of the world is the embodiment of God's grace. Wow, God's grace, those are two words you don't often hear from Jews. God's providence over his creatures in general, his choice of Israel in particular, the manifestation of infinite love. Anyone who says that Judaism commands the individual to love God, but does not promise him reciprocal love, is a heretic. How unfortunate it is that many scholars pursued folly, suspected that Maimonides, heaven forbid, agreed with the teaching of Aristotelian philosophy, that the yearnings of the world for God are one way, without any reciprocal yearnings of God for us. Alright, so that's J.B. Soloveitchik. He's very beloved by modern Orthodox intellectuals, but has no significance for the way ordinary Jews lead their lives.